All right, next up, Adzerk, come on up. We've got Ron Nelson. Ron, please, did you get the clicker?
Perfect.
Thank you.
Hey guys, I'm Ron Nelson, the Director of Sales at Adzerk. I'm here to tell you a little bit about what we've done over the last 3 years and what the future holds for us. Now, to give you some background, the online advertising industry pretty much runs the entire internet. It's a $40 billion industry. Now, when I say online advertising, you're probably thinking to yourself about a typical banner ad on the right side or on the top of one of your favorite sites like ESPN or CNN. I got a perfect example right behind me. If that was your assumption, that is correct, and that is the premise of the online advertising business. But it's important to note that the online advertising business is currently undergoing a pretty big evolution and thinking well beyond the banner ad as we sit here today. More and more sites are starting to implement these custom ad units that are deeply integrated into the end user experience. This is otherwise known as native advertising. Adzerk is at the forefront of the native advertising evolution, as we're already working with some of the biggest and most forward-thinking sites on the internet today. Now, I first started at Adzerk a little over 3 years ago as the first sales rep. Basically, I was just the guinea pig to see if I could get people to sign up for our product and pay for our product, even though they had no idea who we were as a company. Obviously, things worked out and we've scaled as a business, but I'm a little more excited to share what we learned in that process. Now, when I first started, we had a platform, but there was really no way to sign up for that platform. The only real way to do so was to have a conversation with me. After that conversation, I would create a dev ticket, and our developers would create the account. You're looking to get a new shiny Adzerk account in about 1 to 2 business days. Obviously, not an ideal situation for a SaaS-based business. In the time I've been at Adzerk, we've grown from a low-priced, or free in most cases, ad-serving platform that was mainly used by small businesses to an enterprise API-based platform that is being used to innovate on some of the biggest sites on the internet. Sites like Reddit, Stack Overflow, Newsmax, Thrillist, WRAL, and many more. To put it all into numbers, in the 3 short years I've been at Adzerk, we've grown revenue by 1,900%, seen an increase in our enterprise customer base by 10 times over, and our most prized accomplishment is we became profitable this past summer. In looking back at all of our early success, we were really able to attribute it to 3 main factors. 1, we have a fearless leader in our CEO, James, who has stayed true to his vision on what he wanted to build as a company and as a platform. To put it into perspective, the company that he pitched to me in 2011 is the company that we are today, which is pretty remarkable if you think about it. 2, we have a core group of employees who are all rock stars and are willing to do whatever it takes to make Adzerk succeed. This will only make it easier as we continue to scale our team in the future. And 3, we have a laser focus on what our target customer is. We know exactly who we can be helpful to in the online advertising industry and who would benefit by using our platform. This has really made it easier for us to develop, market, sell, and support our platform. And now that we know what it took to be successful in these 3 years, we're actively using that information to scale the business so that we're even bigger when we come back here next year and the years after. Now, as more and more publishers start to enter into the native space, Adzerk is in the prime position to be the leading platform to help people solve these complex problems on a day-to-day basis. Look, we're already serving tens of billions of impressions per month today and doing millions of dollars in revenue per year. But that's only the tiniest fraction of what will be moving to this space over the next couple of years. Now, I know after I threw down all these numbers, all you investors were pretty excited and ready to jump on board the Adzerk wagon. But unfortunately, we're not actively seeking investment today. But we do think it's important to build those connections for the future. So we're willing to have a conversation, and you can come by our booth and have those conversations. We're also looking to speak with web property owners who are looking to innovate on the internet, and of course, people who are looking to join an awesome team. I have a feeling that's a pretty large percentage of you out here, so feel free to come by our booth, have a conversation with us, and we'll be happy to share our story in more detail or see how we can be helpful to you. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a great day.
Yeah, Ron, great presentation. I didn't understand completely whether Adzerk helps a publisher like CNN.com to run their own native ad network, or if you are a native ad network and they can just pull down some inventory, some ads.
No, so we're actually the platform. We're basically the pipes that allow these publishers to manage their native ads. So we're not actually providing the ads. They can use our API and use our technology to create those ads on their site and deeply integrate it into what their experience is like.
Okay. Is there a standard now for native ads so that inventory can be pushed across publishers like IAB standard ad units?
Yeah, so there's not really a big standard on native advertising at this point, just because it differs for so many different sites. Like Reddit, for example, their native ad is completely different than CNN's native ad, because native ads for CNN will be more on the content side, because that's how users interact on CNN, whereas it's all user-generated content on Reddit, and those are more forum-type posts. So the native ad is going to be completely different in those two.
Okay.
So explain to me in marine-proof terminology what a native ad looks like. Is it the thing that says you will be interested in this and it's text and an image? What is a native ad?
It really differs. So, I mean, really, a native ad it's basically tied into the content. Like, we work with a company called Yumly, who is a recipe company, and they have all these different recipes, and people interact by getting recipes and searching for recipes on Yumly. They have promoted ads or promoted recipes that other sites can then put on Yumly, and those are all sponsored and run through Adzerk. So it's basically a call out to their CMS that's calling back to Adzerk to serve that, and it looks exactly like the rest of the site. So there's really no standard native advertising, but then there's also like the sponsored content that you see with the Outbrains and Tabulas and things like that.
So it matches the look and feel of the site.
Right.
And yet it should be germane to me as a reader.
Right.
Very cool. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
Adzerk.